Morning. All right. Last full day for Dallas. It's been 2 good days for us. Good days of work.
We talked to you Thursday. Just how did you think the Wednesday practice went with the pads, and what do you think you got done that maybe you hadn't been getting?
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Really good. And the intensity was there, the focus was there, the competitiveness was there, and that's what we needed to get back to. So I thought it was really good. Now certainly there was always things you got to clean up from a detail standpoint, but man, it's been a spirited 2 days, so that's good.
Can you just explain a little bit more, like what the payoff is to that, right? Going in pads, like how does that help you on Sunday? The intensity, what does that mean? Ramping it up midweek, what does that mean?
It's just, to be able to get your pad level down, you bend in your stance, you come off, you hit on the rise. I think the other thing is, sometimes you think of it as you're creating problems. You're actually protecting yourself when you wear pads, So I just think it tightens the body a little bit. You can't always do it, but I think it was something we needed to get back to, especially out of the bye. And so, and then, there's a number of guys, Kaminsky's coming back and Pascal's been working, and so they need to get that stuff. It helps those guys as well.
Before the bye, we talked to Jamal, and he was using the word urgency. Did you see that from your team this week, and to what extent had that maybe been faltering a little bit? I know you used the word spirited. Can you just kind of describe that mindset a little bit more in the mood?
Highly competitive. We did a lot of one-on-one. We did not a lot, but enough O versus D, good on good. We would have 3 or 4 plays a day where the first O went against the first D, and so with that, what you get is you're working against the opponent, but now you'll get the unscouted looks, right? These are the plays you're running for Dallas, yet you're going against your defense, and so you have to be able to react because the opponent will give you things inevitably that you may not entirely be ready for, which is great, and it's good on good. And so I think when you're able to do those things, these are prideful guys and they're competitive, and if you get beat and you hear about it a little bit, it makes you step your game up, and the practices become that then, right? There is more intensity to it. There is more urgency, and I think the comment that Jamal made was urgency to get the details done, the mental side of the game. So anyway, it was good. It's been good 2 days.
Coach, did you brace the players? Did they know what they were walking into Wednesday with the intensity wrapping up?
Yes. I had mentioned something over the bye, but then certainly Monday when they came back to the building, they knew what they were coming back to. And they were good. They were ready to go. So.
Pascal and Jerry, are they ready to go, and what can you expect? First game, obviously, in line for both of them. So.
Yeah, they've been working, and I feel like every day they've gotten a little bit better. So we'll see where they're at tomorrow.
What have you seen What have you seen from Penne up to this point, and just how big of that matchup is that going to be against Mike? I know if they move Mike around, it's not going to be him all the time, but just what you've seen from Penne through these first 5 games, looks like he's playing at a really high, consistent level, and then that matchup, how fun will that be for just the fans of football to watch 2 young, really elite guys at their positions go at it?
Yeah, he's been very steady for us, man, and steady at a high level. That's the thing. You can say steady, but he's been playing at a very high level and been steady doing that. And so I appreciate Sewell just the way he works. It's like you talk about this talent, but it's the ones that separate the good ones from the great ones are guys that work. They work, and Sewell works. He works at it. He works his craft. He'll stay after practice. He does those things, and so anytime you're a guy like that. The sky's the limit. And so I'm looking forward to that matchup. We know how gifted Parsons is over there, but Sewell's having a good season right now, and he's had 2 really good days of practice. He's been locked in and ready to go.
Obviously, you said he was really pushing towards getting back, getting his body right? You know, where is he at? Have you guys made a decision on him for it?
Yeah, he's another one. We'll see, but you know, he's done a little bit more every day, you know, and see how he is and where he's at today, and and then we'll take it from there.
I know you also said you didn't pay a lot of attention to the national media attention. You talked about that heading into the year. You know, you hadn't really paid attention to that. But do you feel like from guys having so much access to you guys through Hard Knocks, did people forget that there's still a process? I mean, we know that you guys are in the rebuilding stage, but a lot of people put a certain level of expectations on you guys this year. Do you feel like, you know, you guys kind of were unfairly in that way put certain expectations because how you guys were highlighted on Hard Knocks?
Look, I get the question, but it's, you know, look, none of that's in my control, and I knew where we were at last year. I know where we're at right now, and I know where we're going to be, and I know this: we should have more wins than we have right now. I do believe that, and so we man, everything's about finding a way to win this first one. You know, we got to get this Dallas game, and then we work from there.
I want to pop back to the practice intensity for a second. I don't know if it's a short-term thing and you're going to evaluate it as you go. You know, how long do you plan on doing the padded practices, and how many do you have left? I think there's a limit in the regular season, correct?
Yeah, I don't know the exact rule. I want to say once you hit week 13, somewhere in there, then you're out of them. But no, look, you gauge it. I mean, look, one of the reasons we haven't is because of where we've been, you know, when we're coming out of these games on Wednesdays. I mean, you don't, you know, you got to be smart in that regard. But I know coming off the bye, there was enough bodies to be able to practice, legitimately practice. So, and I know that's been good for us. And look, that doesn't guarantee you win, but I do think when you don't practice with that kind of intensity, it's almost a guarantee to lose. So,
Coach, a little off topic here. Jason Cabinda was just announced as the NFLPA Community MVP for this week. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, the work he does and how he's special to this community?
Yeah, listen, he's one of those guys since we've been here. You know, I told him this last year. I made this comment again because I do believe this. He's the type of guy that can change the world, man. He's all heart, man. He puts his time, his focus, his money where his mouth is, and he's very dependable. And he's somebody that just, man, he wants to, if he can help somebody better themselves and give them a better road, he'll do that, man. And he doesn't do it he doesn't do it for recognition. He does it because he truly cares. And when you have people like that, man, good things happen, you know, and it's for the right reasons.
Just back to Sewell for a second. Maybe you sort of answered this when you were talking about like the work ethic, but the top offensive tackles in the league now or that you've ever been around, like what are the traits that separate them? You know, separate the good from the great. Is it the feet, the attitude, just the consistency? How do you?
Yeah, I think you nailed it. I mean, certainly to be that at that position, you need to be a phenomenal athlete. You know, those are usually go hand in hand, and which he is. But the feet, but I do think the attitude and the work ethic. The attitude and the work ethic, you know, because that really can lift you to levels that are rare in this league, and he's got both of those.
22 games into his career, I mean, you can see, or maybe you can't see a ceiling because of what you've seen so far. I don't know if that's a fair statement. But
I see a player who's continuing to improve and is working to improve, and that's encouraging, being that he's only, you know, in year 2 and he's very young. He's got a young body. That's what I mean by that. That's great. So I love where he's going. I love where he's trending.
Last one, guys.
Okay.
Thanks, Dan.